So the motor's okay. So what does the circuit board do? That can't be radio controlled, surely. Wires are very short on the motor. MC4309 10T. The only thing I can imagine is it's a bit of a timer circuit, so you press it to start it going and it just sort of runs for a little while, a delay on it, because it can only be powering the motor, and the motor can only run one way because it's a jet shooting water out the back, so there's no point in it reversing or anything. I've had a look online. I can't find any details of this little water jet boat, so I've had to make up my own mind, and I am confident this is some sort of timer circuit. All we've got here is a momentary push switch that's going to connect pointer. That's the negative of the battery, that's the positive of the battery. Negative goes to quite a wide track here and one side of the push switch. The other side of the push switch comes back here and goes on a track into the black blob. The negative also is on quite a wide track around the bottom here that goes to that terminal there, which is one side of the motor. That is the other side of the motor, and it goes on quite a wide track here up to here. That's a SS8550 transistor that turns the motor on and off. The positive of the battery goes around this track all the way across the top here to the other side of the transistor, and if I put a little bit of negative on the collector base, sorry, on the base, let's see if I can just touch it on there. You might be able to hear the motor running. There we are. So that's me turning the transistor on manually to run the motor. I think my fingers are in the way now. So the base of the transistor goes across this 102 resistor, 102, which is a 1K, I think. 1, 0 and 2 more zeros after it, so that's why I'm using that resistor to do it. The other side of that resistor goes into the black blob. Then over here we've got two capacitors and one capacitor. They're all the same value. They're all 10 volt, 100 microfarads, I think that is. So that's one capacitor goes from there to there, and then the other one goes from there to there, and then we've got a central tag goes into the black blob. So that's positive, capacitor, central tag into the black blob, central tag, capacitor to negative, and then the other capacitors over here, those two legs. So one side goes to one side of the motor and the other goes to the other side of the motor, so that's across the motor. But it also looks like it goes into the black blob. I could try and draw it out, but I don't think I will. That's a big Clive.com job, that, drawing out the circuitry. So I think the simple answer is the black blob is gone in some way or other. May have got wet. It's not the transistor because I can manually turn it on. It might be one of the capacitors that's gone. I don't think I've got any spares, so I don't think I can swap them out individually. So what does that leave us with? I could just rig something up so we can just switch the motor on and off manually.